Family and friends, welcome to Truth Heals 1111 with your Chloe, and we are back with another general predictive tarot card reading. This is just a general reading. Only take what resonates in this reading. What does not apply, leave it behind. This is to bring truth and clarity in regards to what is currently going on in your current situation. Family, friends, sir, ma'am. As you can see, I'm tan. A lot of people have been asking me, am I Indian? You can tell that the Indian part of me is in my bloodline for my natural orange color. Even though you see me in the light, my skin is glowing right now. I had a great time on vacation disconnecting. I apologize, but I needed time to trust my intuition, to listen to myself, and just clear out a lot of things being close to the ocean. Family, friends, again, only take what resonates in this reading. What does not apply, allow it to fly. Family, friends, sir, ma'am. So I'm gonna have an early work day. I think for me, what I will do is I'm gonna do one reading. I'm gonna finish up here at work, and then I'm gonna go home, unpack, finish getting myself together, and then I'll record some more readings later on. As soon as I get myself organized. Work is backed up a week, so I have a lot to catch up on. Family, friends, sir, ma'am. So in this reading, I'm not going to go over the downloads but I need you to clear your mind, clear your thoughts, clear your energy, anything going on around you or with you. Plant your feet grounded so I can be able to tap in on the energy signature. Family, friends, sir, ma'am, if you are in a relationship, you could be thinking that your partner does not understand. Your partner does not understand the way you communicate or the way you see things. You could be having a disagreement with a partner in two different viewpoints. You are longing for something. You're longing. You want to make things right. Something about you making things right within yourself, or with other people, places, and things. You may not like the way that you are being viewed as a person right now. Um, what else do we have going on? I see garlic butter shrimp. You could be craving garlic butter shrimp. Friends, family, be mindful of what you're eating. Make sure you wash your food before you eat it. Be mindful going out to eat as well. Eating at particular restaurants, you could end up getting some sort of food poisoning. Um, Something about the kids. You just want what's best for your kids. You want to make sure that they have the life that you were never given as a kid. Work. Something with work. Something about you being seen at work. Something about you being evaluated at work. You to hear somebody else here, you're dealing with a lot of worry, stress, anxiety, frustrations as well. Um, what else do we have going on? Kicking it with you. You think maybe thinking about kicking it with another person. What it would be like to kick it with another person, to chill with somebody. Um, I don't know. We'll talk about the downloads that I received, as well as the people that I met. So, family, friends, sir, ma'am. Again, I was divinely guided to take this trip at the confirmation at the time that I was going to take this trip. I thought I was going to get away. Little did I know that my vacation was going to become a hybrid vacation. I met other spiritual. I don't know. Somehow the divine, the divine allowed me to meet business professionals, tarot card readers, influential, positive people that are doing things. I met a lot of successful people. Um, But I also met a lot of people, especially at the beach, that were going through something, sitting at the beach trying to clear out their mind, clear out everything. Family, friends, sir, ma'am, I want to share with you this, right? I am who I am because I know who I am. Not everybody may like who I am. Not everybody's gonna like it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But I will tell you this, by me disconnecting from my environment here and traveling somewhere else, people love me, supporting. They didn't even know me from Adam. People gave me compliments. People spoke life into me. People seeing how good of a person I was. So, family, friends, sir, ma'am. Whether or not your friends, family, whoever is in your circle that supports you, I promise there are people that will. And again, people were just like, even at the airport, as I traveled to and fro from Ohio to Florida, people were like, "Are you an angel?" You know, and I sometimes family, friends, sir, ma'am, I don't look at that as such a major accomplishment. What it is that I'm a good person. I try to be good to everybody. I try to treat people, with respect, and people give me that respect back. But for strangers, to come tell me how beautiful I am, it's definitely a blessing to know that even the closest people to you will never see your worth. But sometimes it'll be strangers that just give you those uplifting compliments that will support you along your journey. So family, friends, sir, ma'am, what do people like about you? That's what I want to know. What type of compliments do you get about you? What do people admire about you? Okay, so I'm seeing the Seven of Wands. You could be defending yourself. You could be defending some sort of truth, some sort of belief, some sort of values. Da 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 da. Family, friends, sir, ma'am, I want you to understand that everybody has their own belief system, their own moral compass, and everything. How they see men, how they see women, how they see people in the LGBTQ. If a person was purple, people are going to have their own personal beliefs on a purple person. I want you to understand that not everybody's belief is going to be of your own. Family, friends, sir, ma'am, as a therapist and a counselor, I'm going to give you 3 words, right? And I want you to listen to the 3 words, right? The 3 words is going to be, the first word's going to be a belt. The belt let you wear around your waist. The second, the second word I'm going to give you is a tree stem. And the third word I'm going to give you is quiet time. Okay. Now, if you take the belt, the paddle, and quiet time, what is the first thing that comes into your mind, right? You may relate a bell, a paddle, the quiet time to a time you were punished and you experienced that. You may experience where you used a bell, a paddle, or you had quiet time. I want you to be mindful of the words that you hear from other people. It's something about that, shaping your own belief. Now, you would have to do your own research in anybody's belief system. But those 3 words can trigger the thought in your head of a time that you experienced having a belt, dealing with the paddle, or being in quiet time. You can take it to where your mom punished you, your father punished you, the relationship made you get a belt and you had to get quiet because you were going to paddle your partner. You see what I'm saying? I want you to be mindful of the words that people, places, and things are planting up here. It's something in accord to that because as each and every one of us, we are walking in this world blind, right? And of course, we are subjective to looking for other people to give us guidance because we're in the world like this, right? And we can hear certain things, right? And even though we're going like this in the world, right? We want to be careful for who we are listening to and who we feel is guiding us. And the reason why is because what if actually you do go blind and you can't see? Do you think that the person, the places, and things in your life that surround you, if you were to go legally blind, would be there to help guide your path? So something about being mindful of people speaking the words in your mind, and changing your belief, changing how you see things, even listening to tarot. I will say this, I am a forgiving person. Why? Because the divine forgave me, right? I'm not going to worry about what Tom, Susie, Shelly, Jack, Jill, John, the KFC, Popeyes, or anything that comes my way. No. I don't care about any of that. What I do care about is my personal life, my personal journey, the direction I want to go, how I want to move. What's even with the tarot card reader, should I be aware of something? That way I can make the best decision for myself. Again, I did listen to a reading, and I was listening to a couple of readers, and it was all about your ex and the magic and da 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 da, right? Listen here. I'm going to allow people to be people. I'm going to allow them to do what they want to do. I'm going to allow them to go where they want to go and be happy, right? But one thing that they cannot stop is mine and your destiny. One thing they can't stop is that hustle. One thing they can't stop is the grind. One thing they can't stop is faith. One thing they can't stop is a person that believes in themselves, because you know who you are. I want you to understand, I'm not here to sit up here and talk about what your ex did, what the third party did, what a karma did, because I'm going to pull on their energy. They too have a journey. But again, what is the mirror to you in the direction you want to go? It's why I am here. It's not about anybody else. This journey is solely focused on you and I in the direction that we are going. Again, if people want to be in your energy, allow them to be. Do not be distracted by anything else anybody has going on. That is not your lane. Stay in it. Stay in your own lane, mind your own business, it'll take you far in life. Let's see, what do people admire about you? Okay. They like your relaxed composure. People like the way that you handle yourself. Why? Because you know who you are, and when you know who you are, you compose yourself in that type of frequency, right? You want to act ghetto, we can act ghetto. You want to come over here in peace, we can be at peace. You want to be janky, we can be janky. But somehow your relaxed composure means that you know how to control your emotions and your mental intelligence. Your beauty marks in your dimples. People admire your beauty marks, your dimples. This may also be the beauty that comes from your internal self. People like your communication style. It is what it is. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm not going to sit here and argue with anybody. Your communication style is, you may be that type of person that speaks truth. There's no need to defend anything, because your truth is your truth, right? A person that's truthful doesn't have anything to defend. You said what you said, and we're going to move on, right? People like your extravagant pleasures. People may see and like what you do, you know what I'm saying? When you're at work, in your free time, anything like that. And lastly, people like your family values. Okay, so you have family values. You could be a spiritualist as well, or you can just be nurturing, healing, giving, loving. Whatever it is, you may be the glue to keep your family together. Show me the oracle cards, Spirit, Ancestors, Most High. Show me the oracle cards. What's what's in the past is in the past. It's already said and done. The past is the past. The only thing you can do is learn from the past. I don't hold no emotions or mental thinking about anything that transpired in the past because it's in the past. I can't go back in time and change anything. If I could, I would not because family, friends, sir, ma'am, you taught me a lesson. I teach you a lesson. I'm open to learning the lesson and not just holding one single perception of how things happen, but what I could learn from the situation and how I could be a better person. I don't regret it. I forgive it. And I walk away from it. I release it. The reason why is because the longer that I sit in my mental and my emotions, there's no money in there. There's no success. There's no abundance. There's no fertility. There's no growth. The more that I hold on to things mentally and emotionally, it stops me from living in the present moment and enjoying my life. So to you, sir, ma'am, whoever it is, it's in the past. What did you learn from it? And the actions transpired, but really, what did you learn from it? Did you learn something good? Did you experience something bad? Take the experience for what it was. If it was good memories, then enjoy those memories. But the negative memories, it is what it is. The decision is strong. Who wants to go back to the past? Who wants to relive the same thing over and over and over again, right? In my head and think that I could be in present day able to be the best person that I am when I'm up here. And somehow it affects you in here, right? Even though you may not say it, even though you may not show it, even though you may not express it, it's in here. And that may even be the challenge because sometimes the most freeing part that you can do is letting, like expressing it. Even if you go out in nature by yourself and you just scream, just scream, or don't hurt anybody. But even so, for me, what I used to do when things hurt me, I would lay in the bed and I would hold my pillow and I would just hit my pillow, right? I was taking that energy, that frustration out, right? Because I always thought that certain things that happened to me was of my own accord because I allowed things to happen. When in all actuality, I was experiencing people, places, and things because it taught me something. Not everything is an experience. Sometimes life teaches us lessons. Let's see, what is currently in the energy? SpaghettiOs. Clean up that mess. Somebody here, clean up your mess. Something about cleaning up after children. Clean up that mess. You could be telling the kids to clean up their mess, clean up their room. Their room is filthy, and you need to do laundry as well. Wild horses. Run like the wind. This one says run like the wind. Family, friends, sir, ma'am, this is what we are doing. We are running like the wind, right? We are facing life for what it is, and we keep running like the wind to our triumph, to our victory. The past experiences have only taught us that we were able to get through certain things in life, and we are able to continue doing what I personally, what you personally like to do, and whatever vision is that we set out for ourselves. The triumph is how much we can accomplish, right? Now, things do get destroyed, right? We need to understand that not everything is meant to be in our life forever, right? But I am going to embrace it and enjoy it for why it's here in this moment. Once it's gone, it's gone. I'll always have the memory that at a certain point in time I had that. But now I think bigger. I think I'm better. I think smarter. I think wiser. I'm stronger. I love harder. Um, Triumph. Joy is not a reward. It is a return on investment. Family, friends, sir, ma'am, the triumph for me to take my trip was 365 days a year. I wake up early and I go to bed late. I make the sacrifice, right, because I love me. My vision is so strong. Not only do I have so much on my plate, but I'm putting in action, the work, things like that, so I can keep my stability, so I can keep the resources, so I can do things in life that I can enjoy. Now, out of the 365 days a year that I'm putting in this work, right, I get burnt out. I get too much to wear because I'm managing everything on my own. The joy is not a reward, right? What's the reward is like for me to be able to really sit back and say, I put in so much, I invested in myself, and I put in so much work internally and externally that I have the resources to take a trip. Now, the joy is not the trip. The joy was I actually did the work. And the payoff is I get to go in anywhere in the United States and take time, whatever you want to do. So understand, family, friends, sir, ma'am, the putting in the work internally, external, wherever you're at, the happiness is going to come from when you can take a break, when you can actually sit down, when you can disconnect from everything in the world, and you could really get close to the divine, whoever your higher power you subscribe to. Show me triumph. Joy is not a reward, it is a return on investment. The one who waits in silence. Not all guides will speak to you. Some simply stay watching, waiting, and remembering. Spirit guides. Again, the one who waits in silence. Not all your spirit guides speak. Some simply stay watching, waiting, and remembering you. The iron bark. So this is a tree and this has iron on it. This says unyielding strength upon the surface, resilience forged through time. Unyielding strength. So family, friends, certainly, some of you may be having the resiliency to be strong and protect yourself. Protect your foundation, protect everything that you feel is what is destined for you, what you may want in life. But this may even feel like as you wait in silence for some sort of truth and clarity, or you have been waiting, this is saying that you have a protective barrier over who you are as a person. Womb of the valley. The fertile ground where dreams take root and life begins anew. So family, friends, sir, ma'am, Scorpio energy, I am in a new cycle, new energy, new everything, new people, places, and things. And I promise you, when you clear out the old type of thinking, the old type of living, the old mindset, the old belief system, the old morality, you will not look at just gender, sex, race, right? You will start seeing people's spirits in such a different way. And when you see a person's spirit, it kind of gives you the guidance and the clarity that you need to understand that not everybody is going to be in your life forever. Not everybody's gonna clap for you. Even haters have a hater. You know what I mean? So if you know, for me especially, if you don't like me, right? You need to understand. You may not like me, but there's always going to be somebody that may not like you. And so that cycle always clears out until one of us needs to break the cycle. Now, me, I don't care how anybody feels, but um, you know, to any negative emotion, that's only a trigger within a person, right? Because now you have to ask yourself, why do you even feel that way to have that negative emotion? And again, that's a you problem, because the only one that experiences those types of emotions, in which they're negative, who wants to feel anything negative? But there are people that get off on feeling negative, and unfortunately, they're the only ones that have to feel that. And going from there, the woman of the valley. If you don't take a look at what triggers you, what bothers you, what disturbs you, then how do you expect to top over your soil? How do you plan on creating a life you want if everything in your life is so negative, or you have your own belief system that's negative towards something else, right? Um, why can't we? It's like, why can't you just you know, keep it going? Do you? But again, like I said, even haters have a hater. So, mm, strike that flint. Oh Lord Jesus. The spark exists within the stone, but you must strike. In order for you to have a new beginning, the fertile ground where dreams take root and life begins anew. If you have cleared out an old cycle, you're ready for a new. You have the fertile ground to plant that seed of prosperity, plant the seed of abundance, plant the seed of wisdom, knowledge, experience, lessons, however you want to plant your ground. And strike the flint. The spark exists within you. You have to be the first to initiate that spark. And see, family, friends, our family. We're going to see what is currently going on in the energy. Run like the wind. 9 of Pentacles. Run like the wind. 9 of Pentacles. Show me triumph, Spirit. Show me triumph. Show me triumph. The triumph, 2 of Pentacles to the 7 of Swords. The triumph is you getting over some sort of manipulation, some sort of challenging part to where you felt one-sided or indecisive about something. To the 9 of Pentacles, to the triumph of 7 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. You really thinking something, like you're finding truth and clarity out in regards to maybe you or what may be going on around you. The 7 of Swords to the 2 of Pentacles. You are now understanding what no longer works, what no longer is working for you. What doesn't satisfy you. And the run like the wind, 9 of the Pentacles, is because when you realize what's not working, you're going to shift your mind, your energy, and you are going to focus in what does matter. Show me the one who waits in silence. Not all guides speak. Some simply stay watching, waiting, remembering. 7 of Swords upright. Some family friends are, you were, okay, what do we have here? We have the 9 of Cups to the 5 of Cups to the 7 of Swords. Okay. The one who waits in silence. You were waiting in silence to see some sort of manipulation, some sort of trickery to work out for you. With the 9 of Cups to the 5 of Cups in reverse, it was like you didn't have any regret, remorse, or anything like that. And especially you were not really investing who you truly were into a situation. With the 7 of Swords, you may have thought that trickery, deceit, or let me even take this back. With the Seven of Swords, right? You could have been in your head about the past situations in your life. And the Knight of Cups and the Five of Cups is you really not expressing how it made you feel in the past. With the Seven of Swords right here, it kind of made your experiences, like if you were a victim in a situation due to your past, you became just like the perpetrator. So basically, you, instead of breaking the curse, you were actually becoming the curse itself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Instead of you putting an end to not repeating things from the past that happened to you, you were doing it to somebody else. What was done to you? Okay. Show me the iron bark, unyielding strength upon the surface, resilience forged through time. Knight of Pentacles to the Seven of Cups in reverse. The reason why you have this steel wall around you is because you want to make something solid in your life. But with the Seven of Cups, you could be a lot in fantasy land. You can be a lot to where you think that you can create the life that you want to create, but yet still hold back who you truly are to other people, places, and things. You protect yourself by holding in what hurts you the most. And with that, when you are hurting, you may not express how you're hurting. You may not move with action that you're hurting, but the behavior and the consequences is that you are hurting because you're trying to hurt other people, places, and things. Or you eventually do hurt people, places, and things, but don't even realize that this is what you are doing. Show me the womb of the valley, the fertile ground where dreams take root and life begins anew. Oh my God. We have the Ten of Swords to the Lovers in reverse. The relationship's not working. Somebody backstabbed their own partner. The love is not there. So then I'm going to have to ask this question. Sir, ma'am, the person that you are connected to that betrayed you, what were they in the house for? Was it for the stability? Because it's not for love. Was it because you can provide for them? You can do for them? What was this Ten of Swords that I don't even have time to clarify this. But the Lovers in reverse to the Ten of Swords to the womb of the valley. This was a situation where this was not a loving partnership, relationship, anything like that. A person was betrayed, and the Ten of Swords upright says intentionally, meaning that you knew what you were doing when you were doing it. So, sorry would not cut it that, a person, a partner betrayed another partner. There's no apology that's because you knew what you were doing when you were doing it. The Lovers in reverse, you could have thought that this was a good connection. You could have thought that, but with the fertile ground where dreams take root, this was a partnership where there was no fertile ground. I'm not sure what kind of fertile ground, what kind of ground this was, but it wasn't nothing that you could have success in. What is strike the flint? The spark exists within the stone, but you must strike. Queen of Swords. Strike the flint. The spark exists within the stone, but you must strike. The Queen of Swords is somebody who expresses the truth. The expression of speaking your truth, meaning like you're really going to get it off your chest. You're going to say what you need to say. And it definitely, hey, listen, I get it. We all have feelings. We all have our own mental beliefs. We all have our own morals, values, and things like that. We're all different, but yet the same. With the Queen of Swords, you could feel like somebody played with you. You could feel like your time was wasted. It was the wrong investment. It was a bad investment, and you are getting ready to be like, um, you're being pushed to the edge where you're ready to like, you need to get some things off your chest and say what needs to be said. And with the Queen of Swords upright, this is like in order for you to get out of your heart and your head, well, really to get out of your head and not be affected by this so much anymore. It's almost like you're ready to release it. You're ready to get something off your chest. Show me the Queen of Swords, strike the flint. Show me the Queen of Swords upright, strike the flint. Let us strike the flint. You are going to speak some sort of truth, and then you are going to wait for your shifts to come in. You are going to create and manifest the life that you want. All right, family, friends, ma'am, this was just the first reading. I'm going to finish up here at work. And again, I am so glad to be back. I found peace of mind on vacation. Yes, I am darker. You'll see my skin color when I get out of this. When I get out of this bright light, it's even bothering me. Family, friends, sir, ma'am, I'll get this, right? This is the part. I think I have separation anxiety from vacation, right? Because don't you, when you go on vacation, don't you just want to stay there forever, right? It sucks when we have to come back and go to work. But either way, from being in Florida to the clear blue waters, the palm trees, the gorgeous people there, the tan, sitting, eating fresh fish and things like that, right? Meeting people, celebrating, things like that. I get on a flight, right? Feels like a roller coaster. Then I come back home, right? You can't even see outside. It's cloudy. It feels polluted. And then everybody seems weird. I don't know what it is, but traveling to a new place, experience something different, and then when you come back home, you start to look at people, places, and things like, y'all really have a problem, because where I just came from, it's different than where your actual environment is. Family, friends, sir, ma'am, I would like to come to a city near you. Detroit is coming up for me. The Caribbeans is coming up. Puerto Rico is coming up. I'm going to do some more traveling upcoming, but I want to take you guys with me as I explore the world, because I like to see new things and experience life. I only get one life to live, and for me, I'm going to live my life to the fullest. I will see y'all in the next reading.